Hi there, folks. I hope you can hear me from way back here. You might notice that we're not in the shop. Now, it's going to have to be quick because the sun's already gone behind the mountain. But I wanted to let you know that I did not run a bunch of extension cords. I actually managed to find a used camera that will run on batteries. So, we have access to the outdoors now. Now, I have never camped in a hammock. I've never owned a hammock till I bought this one. I got it on Amazon for $17, I think, shipped. And no, it was $17. And it was shipped by Amazon Prime. So, I'm going to put it up really quickly here, and we're going to give it a try. Not only that, this camera didn't come with a remote, but my remote from the other camera works with it, so we're in good shape. Okay, this hammock came with its own tree straps, which is really nice. And gonna get them up here on my deck. We're going to pretend like these are trees. It's fighting me here, y'all. We'll do it the easy way today, instead of what is supposed to be the correct way. This is pretty exciting for me, and one of the things I wasn't sure of is whether I would even like being in a hammock, and I did put it up just briefly the other day just to give it a try, and it was so comfy. It's unbelievable. Now, it's not a very big hammock. It seems to be about, I think it's supposed to be 9 feet, but I think in reality, it's, well, in reality, the fabric itself is 8 feet and 8 inches. So, I think the reason they gave these tree straps away for free is because they're just slightly faulty, because the loop part of the strap won't really go through the other end won't go through it. So we're going to try this out. As I said, this is exciting for me because I've never owned a hammock in my life. I've never been in a hammock in my life. You know, I mean, those kind of yard hammocks, I never trusted them much. But we'll see how this one does. Now, this is going to hang pretty low. I'm probably going to have to take a wrap or two. Yeah, that's going to be pretty much on the ground. There's not the on the ground part I hate so much as it is getting up off the ground. So we're going to take a wrap or two on this one. And I think that's going to be better. I've been doing a lot of reading on YouTube about the hammocks, and I think now it's too high. Let's take it down some. Been doing a good bit of reading, and gotten a good bit of advice. and I've got a lot to learn. This might do it. Let's see. The whole reason for doing this video, this gloriously beautiful Thanksgiving Day in East Tennessee. It is 61 degrees out right now and the sun just went down. I'm not speaking loudly enough, maybe. I hope you can hear me with that camera so far away. But we're going to test it. Okay? I say okay a lot as if y'all are going to agree with me. Okay. That's pretty good. Now, I was talking about the size. It's 8 feet 8 inches long. And it is about 4.5 feet wide. 4.5 feet, maybe 4 feet 8 inches wide. I know they often are closer to 5 feet wide. And this one, the length, I'm 5'3", maybe 5'3.5". Haven't measured myself lately. And I know these things do change. And I lay pretty flat in this thing. It's really comfortable. I'd heard that, you know, you would kind of curl up like a banana. Now, admittedly, I'm a stomach sleeper, so this would take some learning. And these pretty much will almost cover me up. And it's comfortable. I love it. Now, but you know me, I've got to do an experiment or two. Now, as far as lying diagonal-wise in it, perhaps I don't know what I'm doing, but I don't seem to be able to get that to work. Maybe it will when I do a longer hammock. I don't know. So, before the light completely fails, I'm going to show you some other cool stuff. Okay? And one of the things is, now you're going to get to see me try and climb out of a hammock that is too close to the ground. There you go. So that is a big surprise that that's so comfortable. But the other day when I was at the thrift store, I found two, as I told you, two old sleeping bags for like, they were $1.99 a piece. So I'm thinking, in my climate, I might be able to make a really good underquilt out of this. I'm going to give it a try. I've got two of them. The other one probably matches better. I'll show it to you. It's in a little worse shape. It's going to need a little repair. I kind of like the red and orange of this one. But you can see it's got some fraying. That doesn't really matter because, you know, it's going to be sewed into an underquilt anyway. So, this one has a bunch of stitching that let go across one of the center seams. I can fix that. Not a problem. $1.99 a piece. I was tickled to get these and can't wait to try them as underquilts on my hammock. Okay. Now the next thing I'm curious about is always alternate ways of hanging a hammock. And you guys know how stubborn I am. I just insist on trying things out. So one of the things I want to try out is whether or not these $1 leashes that are just shy of an inch wide, that I have stood on, would work for tree straps. I'm going to see if it'll work. What I'm going to do is, this one sits pretty low. So I'm going to hang these just a little bit higher. That way, if they don't hold, I'm not going to fall on the ground. So let's see how this works. And I may not have enough strap here. We'll know shortly. I do have a little bit of rope that also came with the hammock. We'll try it as well. All right. Now we shall see. Seem to have a pretty tight rope there. Okay, gonna have to hang that a little higher because, or maybe at the other end, because it's actually putting weight on the other strap. So we'll see what we can do before it gets completely dark. Y'all don't tease me about my knots. I'm going to learn some, I promise. So don't tease me about knots, okay? Hope you can even hear this. I'm not sure. We'll know when we go back inside. Okay, so let's see if this works. The point is to get some slack on these tree straps. We'll see if we can succeed in doing that. Okay, now, it looks to me now like I don't have any weight on the black straps. That's the way it appears. I'm going to see if these cheap dollar dog leashes actually will do what they're supposed to do. Or what I think they're supposed to do. Not necessarily what they were designed for. We'll know one thing for sure, and that is that those dollar store leashes will definitely hold a really big dog. Now, the bad news is I've still got part of the weight distributed on the black strap. Let me tighten it up. Once I get everything tuned up the way I like it, then hopefully we're not going to have this much adjustment each time. And I know there are all kinds of tricks to do it. We'll just have to see. Let's try it again. Well, folks, my experiment isn't quite working. It's still putting weight on the tree straps as well. All right, it's getting too dark for me to go any further today, so I'm going to let it go at this, but let me just tell you, I am so very excited about two things. First, I'm excited as anything to have a hammock. And I'm excited as anything to be able to actually come outside with you, which makes me very, very happy. So we're going to do some interesting things now that I can actually prove to you that I do go outdoors. And I'll actually be able to be on camera instead of using the little sport camera that I put on my hat, which is not that great, and I bob my head too much. So thank you for joining me. I hope you all had an amazing, amazing Thanksgiving. Mine was. I mean, who could not be thankful for the quiet, the peace, the beautiful weather, family, friends, even my ducks and my dog and my cats. It's been a lovely day. I did see a mosquito just fly by. Now that's not good news. But thanks for joining me here. Join me again as I go forward with my quest to learn about hammocks, and I'll soon be making my 12 by 12 tarp that I'm going to make for this, and trying the waterproofing that I think it was, I don't know who I got the formula from. As a matter of fact, actually, I think his name is kind of a bad word, but anyway, Cryptic Cricket is a good person to look at for your bug net, and there are a lot of people out there who can show you how to make hammocks. So I'm going to kind of compile all those things. The bug net is almost finished. Didn't think I'd need it today, but got one more seam to sew in it. Looking forward to it. And again, count your blessings today. It's really, really a wonderful and blessed world. So instead of obsessing about the things we don't have, the things we can't do, the things we can't buy, the things we can't control, count your blessings. Always a pleasure having you here with me. I love my online community. So until next time, get out there, have fun, invent something, play in the woods, and definitely look at the YouTube channels that I'm subscribed to. There are some amazing people out there, and you learn something from everybody. So thanks again. I might take a nap as the sky gets dark, because it's still pretty comfy. So thank you. I appreciate you. Visit me here again in East Tennessee, and I've decided that I'm going to go spend some time in the woods over at Grace Point as we go along, now that I can take a camera outdoors, and we'll do some fun stuff. All right, have a great day. God bless all of you, and happy Thanksgiving.